not closing, you are losing those three things. You're losing time, right? In the field, if you're not closing individuals, all you're doing there is staffing for 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, right? You could be doing something else, right? You're losing money. Okay, maybe not losing money, but you're definitely not making money. Okay, so understand that, hey, I want to make money, so I need to close. Okay, you're losing confidence, okay? Because honestly, who in here has rolled 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros in a row and they lost a lot of confidence? Okay, you've got to learn to close so you don't lose that confidence. Okay, you're a human just like anybody else. Anybody that rolls 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros, I don't care who you are, you're going to lose some confidence, right? Doesn't mean you can't do the job. You've probably proven it before that you can do the job and you can close individuals, but during that time you weren't closing, so you're losing confidence from that, right? Okay, steps to close the customer. Okay, number one, you've got to understand that 90% of all the objections are just complaints. Okay? I'm just going to write complaints on the board. Okay? They're not actually objections. They're literally just complaints. Okay? And complaints won't make somebody not sign up. It's just a complaint. A true objection may make them not sign up, but 90% is simply a complaint. If you can figure out how to overcome that complaint, you're good. You're golden. You're going to sign up that person as long as you're closing them. Right? Number two, you need to figure out the objections and be able to handle it. Okay? Handle objections. Okay? All right. If you don't know how to handle objections, okay, it doesn't matter how good your pitch is, okay, it's not going to work because you can't handle the objections. You can't overcome what their actual concern is. Right? So learn how to overcome objections. It starts in here in Atmo. Right? If you don't know how to do it in Atmo, you're not going to figure it out in the field. Right? You've got to overcome objections inside of an Atmo. You've got to know how to handle certain situations, right? And I'll be honest, where people go wrong is they try different things every single day. Okay? I've used the same 3 closes for the cow rebuttal for the past 2 years. Okay? It's the same 3 things every single time. And I don't know who I worked with Armando and Van inside of Atmo. Okay, the 3 things is, hey man, if your wife was here, what would she say? Okay, if I was T-Mobile and you were AT&T and I was giving you older phones for a newer price, would you take it? Okay, or let's go ahead and text her real quick, and then the last ditch effort is to call them. Right, do the same thing over and over and over again. Figure out what works for handling that objection and stick with it and do it every single time with the customer. Some people realize, hey, I didn't close those 3 or 4 customers. Maybe those weren't your 3 or 4 customers. Figure out how other people close individuals and how other people handle objections that are actually at the top of the board, that are actually being successful. Use those every single time and you'll start closing more people instead of looking at how many different ways you can close a customer. Okay. Number 3, ask hard questions. Okay, to the customer. Okay. If they're giving you a hard rebuttal, okay, be like, hey man, look, we've been talking about this for 20 minutes. What's your real concern? Okay, that's a hard question to the customer. Right? Or, look, honestly, man, I know it's $1,400. Okay, are you willing to pay that off in the next 30 days so we can trade in your phone? Right? Some people are scared to ask those hard questions to the customer. When if you just ask them, they'll give you an honest response, and then you can actually handle the objection. Right? Because sometimes they won't tell you that honest response until you ask a hard question, and you're never going to be able to overcome because you don't know their honest thought. You need to know their honest thought so you can overcome it and actually close the individual. Okay? Number 4. Okay, don't let the customer lie to you. Okay? Okay?
I gotta talk to my 10-year-old.
Okay? Who has tried to hook an individual and they say, no, I don't have time. Okay, and then they spend an hour looking at the magazine section or whatever it is inside of Sam's Club, right? You see them just chilling around, they're on the phone, hanging out, right? Don't let the customer lie to you. Don't let them sell you on their objection or their response, right? You be so sold on the fact that you can help them out or that you're only going to take 2 seconds, and as soon as you show them, they're going to be sold on the product, whatever it may be, right? If it's at the hook, you've got to be sold that you can bring every single person back to the table, right? You've got to sell yourself when you walk inside the store. Man, every person I talk to, they're coming back to the table. Okay, I don't care if they are or not, but I'm going to be sold on it, and I know that more people will come back just by the fact of me selling myself on that fact, right? So don't let them lie to you, okay? Number 5, okay, price is never the issue. Okay, I guarantee you, price is never the issue, okay? There's something else that's the issue, okay? So don't let them sell you on the fact that price is the issue, right? Price is never the issue. Find out what else it is that is actually the issue, whether it's paying off phones, whether it's they hate AT&T, whether it's man, you're just too salesy and they don't really like you as an individual yet, okay? Learn how to have a personality with them and have fun with the customer, whatever it may be, right? Price is never the issue, okay? Number 6, break down the price, okay? This is how you gain trust with the customer, okay? Okay, if they ask you, man, is that going to be my price forever? I said, no, Mr. Customer, okay? Month 1 through 25, you're going to pay this. Month 25 through 30, you're going to pay this. And then at month 30, plus your phone is paid off, so you're going to pay this. Okay, if you just try to skim over it, yeah, that's going to be your price forever, whatever maybe. They know you're BSing. They know you're a salesperson. Every salesperson before them that they've signed up for cable, they've signed up for electricity, they've signed up for whatever, they said the exact same thing, and then 2 years later, their price changed. Okay, so that's why they're asking you that question, because they know it's going to happen. Okay, so be honest with them. Make them understand what the price is going to look like and break it down for them, right? They'll trust you that much more. Okay, number 7, okay, communicate and get customer engaged. Okay, you've got to get the customer engaged with what you're doing. Okay, and the easiest way to do this is simply to ask questions and build a relationship. Okay, I'm going to write it over here. Build relationship. Okay, you don't know how many times I've had a customer give me a rebuttal. Okay, I answer the rebuttal, and then I say, cool, where are you from? And they're like, oh, I've been in Denver all my life. Cool, man, how do you spell your first name? And then they give me their first name right off the bat. Okay, just do something to keep the conversation going. Get the customer engaged with what you're doing, right? Asking those hard questions sometimes, or even if it's just building the relationship with the customer. Take 2 seconds to ask where they're from. Take 2 seconds to say, hey, man, that's a cool Chicago Bears hat. Did you see the draft a couple days ago? Right? Take a couple seconds to connect with that individual and then reclose them. Because they'll bond with you for a second. They'll talk about how, yeah, we're from Chicago, we did this, we did that, and then they'll actually trust you more as an individual, and they'll be more willing to see how much they'd have to pay today, right? And then they see how much they'd have to pay today. It's $160, whatever it may be. They're like, yeah, I'm saving $100 a month. I'm only paying $160 today. Yeah, makes sense. Let's go ahead and do it, man. I didn't come in here for that, but let's do it, right? So build a relationship with that customer, okay? And then number 8, make them trust you and the product, okay? Talk about the retailer email paperwork, okay? Basically, you're making them trust you, right? And that starts with building a relationship, but at the end of the day, don't be a salesperson, okay? Be an individual, right? When you're going over the first couple months billing, right? Go over it thoroughly so they know what they're talking about. Never lost a sale by wrapping up. Never, ever, ever lost a sale by wrapping up. Okay, make it clear for them what it's going to look like to switch over, what their other provider is going to look like when they cancel with them, whatever it may be, right? Just actually give them the full look and make them trust you, okay? You know, if they bring up a rejection or a rebuttal or whatever, and you just kind of skim by and you're like, oh, we'll figure that out later. Whatever it may be, that's losing trust with the customer automatically. And even though you say all the right things after that, they've already lost that trust, right? It's kind of like we talk about the mirror. When you break the trust on the mirror, it's going to, as soon as they know that you're a salesperson, okay, they're not going to trust you. So just be honest, be clear about this, and make them trust you, okay? And then, now that was it, but really just build a relationship, close hard. Like I said earlier, that law of asking, see how much time you're asking for the business. Really, really, really close with the customer. Use these couple things. Hopefully you took a little bit of notes. Understand that, hey, 90% of what they are is simply just complaints, right? And you can overcome complaints and you can sign people up based off complaints, right? Handle their objections. Learn how to actually handle the objections, right? If you're in Atmo and somebody actually brings a rebuttal up to you and you stumble, okay, you're going to stumble 10 times more in the field because you're that much more nervous because you're talking to a stranger. You're not talking to my best friend Vanden or my best friend Corey or my best friend Quinn, right? Okay, inside of an Atmo. If you stumble inside of Atmo, make sure you, hey man, how sharp can I get inside of an Atmo? Because you're going to be nervous when you get in the field and you're talking to an individual that you don't know. Okay, it's just human nature, right? Unless you're just a really good people person, which is not me, okay? So understand how to handle objections, right? Ask the hard questions. Hard questions get the actual truth from the customer, and then you can actually overcome it from there, right? Don't let them lie to you. Don't let them say they don't have time, blah, blah, blah. They always have time. Price, okay, price is never the answer for the customer, right? Don't sell based off price. Okay, if you sell based off price when promotions change and all that change, you're gonna lose, and you never wanna lose the long-term game, right? Break down the price for them, be honest with the customer, get customer engagement, build that relationship, make them trust you, and just go out today and freaking close every single customer that you talk to, okay? That's all I have.